Montana Democratic Senator Jon Tester. He chairs the Defense Appropriations Subcommittee, which will be holding hearings shortly on the matter. Senator Tester, I appreciate you joining us. You've been raising, warnings about China and spying and the threat China poses to the United States. Do you think the U.S. should shoot this thing down?
So look, Anderson, first of all, it's great to be on your show. Secondly, Montanans and I think all Americans appreciate our freedoms and our privacy. And to have a Chinese surveillance balloon flying over a state like Montana, which has our ICBMs and is critical to deterrence to any sort of conflict, is disturbing to say the least. I also depend upon our military officials to keep us safe. And the folks that I've worked with are sharp. They are good. They tend to analyze every situation that's out there. So I will go with what they're doing right now as being the right decision. But I will also tell you that the reason we're going to have this hearing as soon as possible is to find out what went into the thought process as to why they handled this situation the way they handled and what the threat was. Because I think anytime you have China, a country that wants to replace us as the economic leader and the military leader in the world, doing this kind of garbage, it requires some explanations and to make sure that if this happens again, we are very confident that there will be no good things that come out of it for China.
There have obviously been extensive Chinese spying efforts focused on the United States for a long time, both the U.S. government and also companies in the United States, corporate secrets. The fact that there's now, according to the Pentagon, another Chinese spy balloon transiting Latin America. Had you ever heard about Chinese spy balloons before over the United States? I mean, do you have a sense that this has happened a lot, that this is just the first time people are really noticing it?
I think this is the first time people are noticing it. I have never been informed that there have been balloons previously, and I'm chair of the Defense Committee on Appropriations, so we get classified briefs all the time. But the truth is this is unacceptable. China needs to know it's unacceptable, and they need to knock this stuff off.
You don't think it's a coincidence that it was going over in Montana, home to underground U.S. military intercontinental ballistic missile silos, do you?
I do not think anything out there is a coincidence when it comes to surveillance. I think everything is very well planned out, and I think there was no errors being made here. I think China knew exactly what they were doing, and we just have to make sure that they got no information from this surveillance balloon.
And so, I mean, at this point, do you know all, just on background, do you know details of when this thing entered U.S. airspace, where it was launched from, anything like that?
I don't know where it was launched from, but I do know the details of when it entered the U.S. airspace. But there's far more questions that need to be answered by the military. And we're going to get the right person in front of us to get those questions answered, because I think this is a very serious matter that China has decided to do. Like I said, we've seen things happen in the Indo-Pacific. We've seen things happen on the internet. We know there's a lot of stuff happening in space. Now, this is one more thing to add to China's list of bad behavior.
What sort of questions would you like answered right away?
I want to know what went into the process of whether they were going to shoot it down or any other procedure that might be out there to be able to capture that balloon. I want to know how many times this has happened in the past. I want to know how many times it's flown over Montana, because we are an ICBM site. And there's just a lot more questions that need to be answered as far as what happened. Now, I'm not making any assertions that what the military, the decisions they've made are the wrong ones. I just want to know the thought process behind them so that we can be assured that this country remains safe.
And Senator Tester, I know you're also concerned about Chinese government or associated with the government buying up farmland in the United States. You have the PASS Act in Congress.
100% correct, Anderson. Senator Rounds and myself have a bill we're carrying to stop Chinese in particular, but Russia, North Korea, and Iran from buying farmland in this country. And look, and that's something that people know about, that farmers know about, that are on the ground in Montana. And we need to stop that from happening because it puts our national security and our food security at risk. They're both very, very much connected.
Yeah. Senator Tester, I appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you, Anderson.